SIP 6 ran 5! Richmond, Virginia. After more than a year of legal wrangling, one of the nation's largest Confederate monuments, a soaring statue of Robert E. Lee, the South's Civil War general, was hoisted off its pedestal in downtown Richmond, Virginia, on Wednesday morning. At 8:54 a.m., a man in an orange jacket waved his arms, and the 21-foot statue rose into the air and glided, slowly, to a flatbed truck below. The sun had just come out and illuminated the towering gray pedestal as a small crowd on the east side of the monument let out a cheer. "As a native of Richmond, I want to say that the head of the snake has been removed," said Gary Flowers, a radio show host and civil rights activist, who was black and was watching the activity. He said he planned to celebrate on Wednesday night and would tell pictures of his dead relatives that the humiliation and agony and pain you suffered has been partly lifted. It was an emotional moment. The Lee statue was erected in 1890, the first of 6 Confederate monuments, symbols of white power that dotted the main boulevard in Richmond, the former capital of the Confederacy. On Wednesday, it became the last of them to be removed, opening up the story of this city to all of its residents to write. "This city belongs to all of us, not just some of us," said David Bailey, who is black and whose nonprofit organization, Arrabon, helps churches with racial reconciliation work. "Now we can try to figure out what's next. We are creating a new legacy." The country has periodically wrestled with monuments to its Confederate past, including in 2017, after a far-right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, touched off efforts to tear them down, and to put them up. Richmond, too, removed some after the murder of George Floyd last year, in a sudden operation that took many by surprise. But the statue of General Lee endured, mostly because of its complicated legal status. That was clarified last week by the Supreme Court of Virginia. On Monday, Ralph Northam, the state's governor, who had called for its removal last year, announced he would finally do it. Its removal marked the end of the era of Confederate monuments in the city that is perhaps best known for them. Monument Avenue, the grassy boulevard where many of them stood, was a proud feature of the city's architecture and a coveted address. But in recent years, as the city became more diverse, demographically and politically, more of its residents began to question the memorials. Now, as the last statue is taken down, many people interviewed in this once conservative southern city said that they might not have agreed in past years, but that now their removal felt right. "I've evolved," said Irv Cantor, a moderate Democrat in Richmond, who is white and whose house is on Monument Avenue. "I was naively thinking that we could keep these statues and just add new ones to show the true history and everything would be fine."